Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we check in during Old Fashioned Week. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley.
It's very refreshing.
It's like a Coca-Cola commercial. My God. My co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Luke Otero, Kathy Cool, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Hey-oh. So, yes, we are going to be talking about old fashions during National Old Fashioned Week. Old Fashioned Week. So that's pretty exciting stuff. And we'll get to that, though, after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, Tim?
So tipping culture's out of alignment with reality these days.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this. I used to be the person that would help out, order the Uber Eats, this, that, do that crap, pay the fees, tip this, that, and the other. I'm now a takeout guy. Screw it. I'm not paying for that. I'm going there to pick it up myself. I was curious to see if you are a takeout or are you a delivery person? And even if you are in obscure locations, Becca, where you may not have a lot of locations that would be delivered to you, what would you be, a takeout or a delivery person, knowing the current events and the current life that we live right now?
Oh, I'm very opinionated on this one.
Oh, 100%. I have no fucking doubt.
I'm takeout. I never get delivery. I haven't got delivery since maybe moved in here. Maybe we got a couple pizzas. I was still young when I did that. I maybe got a couple pizzas delivered in 92. And then by 93, I was done with it. So, yes, no, I
You've been having anything delivered since 93?
No, yeah, 93. Yeah. Yeah.
That was the great pizza scandal of 93.
Yeah,
oh, yes, the great pizza
Domino's
scandal.
had the suit that if they couldn't deliver in 30 minutes, so they stopped the 30-minute
Stop
delivery.
doing that. So, yeah.
Domino's.
Steve Akeley. He was behind that.
Caused it.
I caused it. Yeah. So, I only go pick it up myself. I don't.
Hold on.
Like
you only pick it up, or your wife does?
75-25 in her favor, I'd say. I get it sometimes.
Okay. So she picks it up.
Yeah, but basically, yes.
Oh, okay. I see. So you virtually do get delivery every
It's
single
just delivered
time.
by
Exactly.
Akeley Incorporated.
I don't tip, though.
Obviously.
My delivery driver.
Yeah. Funny how that works, isn't it?
I haven't
gotten it since 93. Yeah. know.
Amy's
You're
been
being
delivering
delivering
since
food to you.
1993.
I'd like for you to believe you do not tip, but you've been tipping as long as you've been with her for all your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Luke, getting a little scandalous here. What kind of tips we talking about?
Jesus.
I think Amy needs to write him a bill.
Oh, it's going to be
I
funny.
think
when
Shakley gets 3 hots and a cot from Amy being the warden.
Oh,
here. You're basically an inmate, Steve.
I guess
The warden is delivering food and providing for you and everything like that. You can't even take your pants off properly. She's blown that whole thing out.
Oh yeah, she opens up the door just to the neighbors. There I am. Yeah,
There's
just
a whole
as
lot
she
of
knew
story
I would
coming
be, by
out
the
here
way.
for fodder for people.
Yeah, just as she knew I would be. So, huh? But
Yeah.
there you go. I don't know. What do you guys do? Kathy, what do? You delivery? It seems like you'd be. They bring it out to you. You're not. You're moving from the couch to the door. That's it.
No, it depends. I mean, so first of all, I don't get delivery to my house.
Says the guy who doesn't fucking go from the couch to the door.
25% of the time, I said. There's some effort there.
So at the office, it's funny because starting at like 8:30 in the morning, we have door dashers stopping by and dropping off Starbucks and breakfast and lunches, and everybody's coming through with their stuff. And I don't know if they're getting tipped or not, but I would. I am all about tipping the delivery people a good 20%.
Okay.
But
wow.
That's how she doesn't get her food tampered with.
Yeah.
Dog
don't
shit
want
left
my
at her
food
front
tampered
doorstep.
with, right?
Now this is on
Steve's
top
been
of.
getting spit on his food since 1993.
Yeah.
I think Amy's been spitting on his food since 1993.
Maybe.
Hey-o.
I brought the pizza home.
So for this delivery, because so there's multiple charges, and they break them up into smaller charges too when you get these delivery services. So
Yeah, but
here's
the driver isn't getting any of that.
here's the delivery service. Here's the tip for the driver that's automatically in there. Here's the miscellaneous charge for getting you your food, and then you tip on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're asking someone to bring it to you, you're prepared.
The driver does get some of that, by the way. There's not a service where the driver only has to work for tips in that model. That doesn't exist. They do get some of that. Whatever you're paying.
I'm still standing behind what I do.
Okay.
I
support you.
I do too.
I support you.
Tip whatever you want. You can tip them $1,000 for delivering.
I'm with Kathy on that one. You have somebody walk a Starbucks over to you. You can't get out and go get your own damn Starbucks. Wake up 10 minutes early if you're going to Starbucks.
As am I. I'm with her too. For the record, I just want to know what she's tipping. That's what I want to know. Yeah.
20%.
Yeah.
And that's the new 10%. So that's just where it is. That's the baseline now.
That's more like 60% once you add in the fees. And I know this because McNew would get an Arby's sandwich delivered. What's an Arby's sandwich cost? $6?
$5.99.
Yeah, $6. She's paying over $20 for a single sandwich.
Just paying for the service.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a lot for an Arby's sandwich to me. This is
So
why
the money you're saving.
this is why my ass
coming
would get in the
leaving.
car and I would go to the drive-through. My time.
Or
is,
I'd tell Amy to get in the car and drive me to go pick up
possibly.
that too as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
So it depends. When I lived in an actual fucking city,
God forbid, mine not North Dakota.
yeah, it's pretty bad when I have to be like, when I lived in a city, mine not North Dakota,
big city.
and then I
Why
moved to
not?
Kentucky. You'd think that it was the opposite. Like, I had nothing when I was in North Dakota. Oh, I had everything in North Dakota. We had everything I
You
needed.
have the best gas stations in North Dakota.
We do. We got
the come
great
and
gas
goes.
stations. Come and go.
Come and go.
We
We
have,
had come and goes in Kirksville, Missouri.
Yeah, we got the come and goes. We got
Come
the
and
quick,
go, grab
Isn't there
and
two
get.
different types of come and goes?
quick
though?
stop.
So I don't know if she has the same one.
quick with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had it made for quite a while and now I don't. But to me, it's a little bit. It depends on what. Like, I would never spend $20 on one singular Arby's sandwich.
That's
No.
If
terrible
I
to
want
me.
Arby's,
Absolutely
and I
terrible.
live where I can easily go buy Arby's, I'm gonna just go get Arby's. Pizza though, I'm almost always gonna have that delivered. If it's some large meal, I'll have that delivered if I can. If that's an option. If it's like something that's pretty big. But pizza, I'm always going to have delivered. If I can get Chinese takeout, where you're like hungover and you're like, I want General Tso's, I want sweet and sour chicken, I want some egg rolls, and I need this and that. I'm getting that delivered because I want to get it delivered. But if it's an Arby's sandwich, I'm not getting it delivered. I'm just going to go pick that up. But if it is a delivery, I'm maybe going to tip like $5 or $10 for a delivery service.
Okay.
But like I said, it's gonna be a bigger thing. But it's gonna be $5 or $10 cash.
Okay.
Depends on how big the meal is.
My last
So
pizza
Becca-
delivery tip was $2 back in '93.
Well, there's been quite the inflation since then, Steve.
1993 minimum wage was $3.25.
Yes, I gave $2.
So-
Yeah.
That pizza was probably $10, and you were a big swinger back then,
Hell yeah.
slinging around
They're
$2 there.
They're like,
You know?
this guy looks like he's in this house for a long time. This is going to be a gravy train with
You
biscuit
gave
wheels.
them 8 quarters.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
Sometimes I like to remind people whenever they say dollars, because there was someone sitting next to me in a bar in Las Vegas, and this girl like lost her, and she's like, this drink was supposed to be $10 and you charged me $12. He's like, no, it says on there that it's 12. And she's like, no, on this one it says 10. And he like stood there and argued, and he's like, oh yeah, you know what, here, and just like gave her back her $2. And I just looked up at him, and we just looked at each other, and I went, 8 quarters. And he just started laughing because he's like, 8 quarters, 8 quarters. And it was like, she was losing her mind about it. And it was like, okay. And it did say $12 on the menu.
Okay.
I'm not even sure where she got $10 at, but he just like, he was like, it wasn't even worth arguing over $2. Some of you remember quarters.
Okay. Luke, how about you, man? Delivery or picking it up yourself?
So the War Department and I, we go pick it up ourselves. We rarely ever have it delivered.
It's a smart way to do it. Yeah.
And then we do have a difference in tipping. She tips, well, we both do 20%, even if we're picking up. But
Whoa.
she puts 20% on the whole thing. And I don't include the gross receipts because they had nothing to do with that. And I'm not going to give the state of New Mexico extra money because they had nothing to do with anything.
You're not tipping on the tax. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, and that's what they calculated at.
Oh, they do?
So
Listen to Tim. He's just so ready. He's ready.
So they like it when the War Department goes because they're getting a lot of freebie, and they don't like it when I go because I said no. Yeah, it's a generous tip for 2 people. But we live in Santa Fe, Steve. You know, it's right pretty much in the center of town, so nothing is really far to have to our house. So you know, we're in striking distance of everything and anything we want. So
Also, let's clear up for a second. Luke lives in New Mexico, where the weather is beautiful and nice almost all year round. I come from North Dakota. Guess what? It's shitty and terrible outside. You think I want to go out, warm my car up, and then I like, if I was Luke, I would always just go pick stuff up. Oh, it's a beautiful day out again. Fantastic.
It's 50.
Once again, it's just a beautiful evening and fantastic. I would love to go for a car ride. When
That's
you
a good
warm
point.
your vehicle up for 15 minutes before you even leave to go get food, and your food will almost be there by that time, depending on...
That should be the punishment of living in North Dakota, though. So
That should be the punishment?
yes. Who would
We
live there?
provide
I
you
don't
with-
understand.
provide
We should
you with-
discontinue
with
that state.
Food. Do you realize how much food we provide you with, Steve, in the country?
North Dakota?
Food? Yes. We're all almost...
Food?
I don't eat any
Yes.
vegetables, so probably not a
It's
lot.
not fucking vegetables, Steve. Don't you eat bread?
No, I'm
Yes,
off the
you
bread.
do. You eat a lot of bread.
I'm off the bread. Yeah.
You're not all
You're
All of a
off the
sudden,
bread.
Steve's a glutard.
we make a ton. Our agriculture is massive there. We
All
also, guess what, Mister? I'm gonna drive to all the places. We give you the fucking fuel for your vehicle because
No,
we
it's shutting
pump
down.
all the
It's
oil.
closing down. That's a dying industry there. Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Not enough dinosaurs died there, so that's their.
Plenty of them are dead there, apparently.
Still
Tim,
going for them. We'll find 'em.
You asked the question. What is your answer here?
I'm sent to go get food
I can
all
see
over.
that.
Order
Yeah.
this, this, get this. So this past Friday night, I was told we need to get. It was my son's birthday on Saturday, so we had to. I had to go get a birthday cake. I'm coming home from the airport. Had to get the text, get the birthday cake, get ice cream, and order pizza. So I come home. I got the pizza from the grocery store, and I've got them in the oven, this, that, and the other, because I've got like we have 5 people here, something like that. And so then the general gets home and says, "Why didn't you order pizza?" And I said, "Well, it's cooking right now." She's like, "No, you should have ordered. It's not enough." And it was plenty. But I saved so much money by doing that. And then I'm like, all this thing is every time you tip, it's on after taxes and everything's all added up and everything like that. I have the best conversations walking in and talking to these people now. So I am switching big time from delivery to pick up and get my ass in the car and go get it. Yes, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
You know what? Steve, I hear DiGiorno makes a great gluten-free pizza. So
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You know, I will say this conversation though did finally solidify and give me vindication in something. Beka, you said General Tso's chicken. I've been told by somebody back in 1999 that it was Tissot, and I was an idiot.
It's not Tissot.
And I've been waiting for somebody to say it. I've never been able to bring it up in conversation, but like I said, I'm not even prompting.
You've never been able to bring that up in conversation ever? So
because I didn't know for sure if I was right or not.
What do you call it,
the
also,
Generals?
I'm the idiot. General Tissot is what I was told. I was laughed out of a restaurant when I was a rookie.
It's not definitely not Tissot.
Tissot.
No, I was like, wait a minute.
Or So's. I think it was So's.
Yeah, So's. Yeah. So thank you for that. I can feel better about myself now. It's not Tissot. I can bring it up in public again.
And if you say it and someone says, "Oh, you're wrong," you can go, "Miss Beka Sue says it like that," so she's
exactly. Go to show 2562 of the Bourbon Daily, and you'll find out.
There you go. On that note, it's time to drink. Gang, get out your kits that were sent to us by the great Heaven Hill or Elijah Craig cocktail kits. That include everything that we need to make the perfect old fashioned. Get those out, and we'll mix them up live on the air. It even had an orange in it. I couldn't believe it when I was going through there today. I was like,
you know what, Steve? Fuck you.
There's an orange in here. What the hell? Who puts an orange in there? It was in there.
That's why it's marked Fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So I prepared mine in advance, so you guys didn't have to go through that. But
wow, you're a real gentleman there,
Elijah.
You're a real gentleman and a scholar. Even Luke is disappointed in you. Either that or Luke's bringing out his cocktail that he got.
He might have it. He might have it.
That's super thoughtful.
Yeah.
I was going to drink something I bought at the AB Barrel Shop, but I'm going to put it back.
Yeah, nice.
What'd you get there from Total Wine, Kathy?
This is my fault. How? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, Elijah Craig is supporting Old Fashioned Week, which is great.
I'm gonna get something to win.
That's why we're doing the show. We're talking about old fashions this week. So
Kathy wants
yes,
to win.
I did get one of the mini bottles, and look at that. I've this is a cocktail and a half.
It's supposed to last you the week, Steve.
I know. I don't think I'm going to make it through the whole week. I think,
I often think, I bet it's so rough being Steve Agley. You know?
It's a whole nother small talk. How difficult it is to be Steve Agley.
It
must be very hard.
You never know what you're going to get. Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I bet.
Yeah.
Well, now he's getting a bag of dicks.
I'm sending him a potato.
Yeah, potato. Yes, that's the new thing. All right, I'll start out here. Slide on the set. Not bad.
Sucked.
Not bad.
Horrible.
It sucked.
Not very good at all.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know about even Luke saying he didn't hear anything. Luke says it, then has to be it.
I had nothing.
I just heard a slosh.
What
There's
happened?
a squeak and a tsunami.
I'll tell you what, they gave you 4 different recipes too that you could make different styles.
You know what? Shut up.
Simple syrups and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah,
I bet it was really cool.
The cinnamon things, I don't even know what you call them.
Yeah,
They're just
the
they're
sticks.
like round. Yeah, like the sticks. Yeah, they had those in there too. So.
The sticks that are round. That's good.
Yeah.
The sticks that are
Round
round.
sticks. They're like curls, really, is what they're
The curls. Ah, yes.
curls.
The curls.
Cinnamon curls.
Wow, that is fancy.
It's a cinnamon curl, is what they have.
I need a drink, so I'm gonna go next. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with
Oh, this is good.
Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna go with some Isaac Bowman Pioneer Spirit straight bourbon whiskey finished in port barrels.
Okay, Basie. Not enough to take over my Elijah Craig. Well, that was good though. That's talent. All right, Luke, you're next.
I'm going with 15-year-old Prideful Goat.
Prideful Goat. Okay.
Oh,
That's going to take the lead. Luke has grabbed the lead.
Is everybody okay?
Need to do a wellness check.
All right, Tim, what do you got?
I can't hear you, Luke. I've got a bottle of Whiskey Row from our recently married friend Jay Peterson. So let's slide on the set.
Okay. Oh, nothing,
Nothing,
going on there. Nothing
dude.
going on
Thank
there.
God we were so quiet.
Yes, yeah. All right, Kathy, your last but not least, what do you got?
I'm going to open up a brand new bottle.
Here we go.
I grabbed
Oh,
a
there
Widow
it is.
Jane 10 year.
Ooh.
All right. Widow Jane.
Is that a
Yeah,
bottle
it
you
was-
remember buying?
No.
Oh,
I
Kathy.
think I heard a glass break in the background.
Kathy, take
hear
us
that?
over. I did hear
It
that.
sounded like a glass
just woke Royce
shattered
up from a nap.
from
Yeah,
the sound.
yeah.
It's
So,
all
Cat
my
just
dirty
got up.
glasses from the thing I've been doing, the
sure.
flagships.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was easy for you to say. So there you go. Cheers, gang.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about Old Fashioned Week from our good friends at Elijah Craig. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at neelyfamilydistillery.com.
This is Tim Swyatt. I am a one-time cork pop champion. Even you can do it on the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily, sponsored by Elijah Craig.
Apparently, yes. I thought you guys were all going to get kits. I just assumed when they sent me one, you guys were all getting them. That's what I assumed.
I would think that I would at least get one.
You would think. You would think. Why not?
Arnie knows me. I swear he does. Why did I get that happen?
I don't know how you even get on these lists. I'm not exactly sure. And they're just somehow they find you. And the crazy thing is they reach out via like 8 different emails that I've got. So how do they find all of them? I have no idea. So
why didn't you get 8 hits?
What do you mean? 8 kits?
If you had 8 emails, you should have gotten 8 kits.
Oh well, each company, it seems like every company finds me on a different email. Is what I was saying. Not that they reach out to me 8 times, but
Steve,
yeah.
I thought you were an easy guy to find.
Mm-hmm.
I
have way too many emails, and it can be frustrating at times.
And
but
you know
I have
what?
for
Twitter
different
changed to X, so
yeah, and that's also frustrating. I look for that every day because I got to post a show or whatever. I'm like, "Where's Twitter? Where's Twitter? Where's Twitter? Oh shit, it's X." Yeah.
At some point, on Twitter.
Yeah. Of
Oh,
course.
no.
Instagram pulled it from being able to cross post on it once that whole debacle happened. So the Yankees used to be able to cross post from Instagram into Facebook and Twitter. They
Yeah.
pulled that.
They pulled
Because
that.
Elon
huh?
bought them.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
for them.
That's for us.
Is it
They got to
on
do a whole separate
Threads?
post.
Are we posted on Threads?
I just started Threads, so probably yes. I just yesterday, maybe the day before.
Okay.
I didn't like that because then I realized I was wondering what all those numbers were. So then I look it up, and it's like your number being on there, and I'm like 100 million plus. It doesn't even give me a number. Like other people are like 217,363,000. I'm like 100 million plus. I just stopped counting after 100 million apparently.
So anyways, Old Fashioned Week.
Old fashioned week, yes.
Week.
Yeah.
So is this a
Sponsored by Elijah
a national week?
I'm not sure.
Decided by Elijah Craig?
It might be decided by Elijah Craig. They're celebrating the old fashioned. Yeah.
Well, I can
That's
tell
gonna be
you
the new
this:
thing.
if it isn't, I'll drink old fashions all week.
Mhm.
I'm with you, Luke.
I
Why not?
started last night, so
Yeah.
That's the hottest
I tell you-
take you got all day for this podcast there, right there.
Yeah. Well, Old Fashioned Week actually started. Let's go back to our stuff. October 13th. So we were recording on the 15th. So yeah. So it's been going on for a couple days already. So any
So it
old fashions
started
done. Yeah.
on
For
Friday?
Harvey.
Yes. Yeah.
Friday
Friday.
the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's true.
That's a weird,
Friday.
like,
It is a weird day, right? Why would you
why
start?
would you, the week doesn't start on Friday.
Well, I guess they wanted to
It's a-
get 2 weekends for, right? So you can
It's
do a
week
week
and
and
2
then you
days. You get
catch
2
2
full
weekends.
weekends. Yeah.
Yeah, you get 2 full weekends, and I assume that's it. So you're getting more
Okay.
old fashioned. That's good for the bars.
It's the
I guess.
marketing people. Math
Yeah.
is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. They're
Yeah.
like, what's a week again? 10 days, right?
It's
Yep.
approximately
Sure
10
is.
days.
Sounds
yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Huh. So what type of bourbon, or do you guys prefer bourbon or rye whiskey in your old fashions?
Oh, I like bourbon in my old fashioned.
I like that question.
Yeah,
And-
that's a good question. Yep.
Becca, I am a high rye bourbon or even a
Yes.
rye whiskey are my old fashions.
I prefer rye in my Manhattan, but I like bourbon. And again, high rye bourbon's great in my old fashioned though. The old fashioned is such a weird drink, right? Because
Yes.
it's so simple, but there's so many bad ones that you get out there.
I don't.
So many ways to screw it up.
That is such a good point too, Steve.
Right.
I don't understand how I almost never. I almost don't even order old fashions anymore because they're trash
Right.
almost every time I order them. And
Yeah.
they're almost always terrible. I personally am a rye whiskey person in my old fashioned. If they don't have rye whiskey or if they don't have what I like, then I'll go with a high rye bourbon.
Uh-huh.
But it is just wild to me how are they so bad?
I don't understand. I don't
it
know. Yeah.
simple syrup? Is it like they're just don't, I mean, I
It's the
understand it's
cherry
not
juice.
they're I don't
Pouring
know.
the cherry juice in there. They're over sweetening the drink. So I agree with
guess.
that. You got to go rye whiskey to even it out.
Yeah.
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 You got to go to high rye content or something like that to even it out. 'Cause
It's
it's
like when
bad.
you go to the bar and they put the maraschino cherry juice in your Manhattan.
Ugh.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
an
So there's-
entire orange.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house. I don't think so.
Or
Yeah.
even an orange slice. I like the
I want to peel.
give the peel. Yeah.
Or the
That's what I did on
dehydrated
mine.
ones are
That's what I did
also
on mine.
we use the
Ooh,
dehydrated
candy?
ones at the orange or
Oh.
at the distillery, and those are fantastic.
Mhm.
So Steve, that orange came in the kit, right?
It came in the kit. Yeah.
Wow. And Elijah Craig endorsed orange.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Probably
Elijah-
just peel, right?
It's Elijah
When I
Craig.
when I
Orange.
order my old fashions, it's I tell them I do not want any muddling of anything. I do not want any simple syrup. If you're going to do anything, it's just going to be the juice of the brandied cherry. I
Okay.
prefer the Traverse
So
city cherries and
The Traverse City cherries.
Traverse
no
City.
no muddling of fruits. I want to clarify because I assume you're asking because you said no simple syrup. So I'm assuming you want a sugar cube and the bitters muddled.
Nope.
No. So you
Oh,
just
no
throw the
sugar.
sugar cube and the bitters, or you're not even putting sugar.
No sugar, nothing.
Just
Okay.
bitters
Really?
and a little bit of juice. A little bit of cherry juice.
Whatever juice is on that cherry,
Okay.
that's the only sweetener, and the rest is the
That's
the bitters and
Okay.
the rye.
Just clarifying there.
I want to go
Yeah.
to Luke's house and have cocktails.
Yeah, that
This
sounds like a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Come
I
on
was gonna
down.
say, well, Luke. So are you basically just getting your rye or bourbon choice on the rocks then?
He's-
These folks are
With
like,
the cherry
screw
and
that up
some
too.
orange.
Some
Well, it
cherry
has
juice and
bitters.
bitters in there.
It's some bitters in there.
And then it has the twist of the pill, not the
Yeah.
whole orange will.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
that's what
Yeah,
that's
that's
what throws
key.
everything off is the all the fruit, all the
See-
sugar, the simple syrup.
I do hate when they take the fruit. They'll take like an orange wheel and a cherry and sugar or whatever
Mash
and
it.
muddle that in the bottom.
Jam it in
That's
there.
that's
Smash it
terrible.
in there, and you do like
Especially-
when we were in New York, and we were flying home out of LaGuardia. It was quite early in the morning. I won't say the time, but time doesn't exist in the airport, anyways.
Mm-mm.
And Royce had ordered an old fashioned, and she goes, "Oh, I make great old fashions." And whenever someone says that, I know it's about to be trash.
Mhm.
It was one of the worst.
Oh no.
And she was so nice and was like, "Oh, it's great." It was so bad. I think that there's just a lot of ignorance around it. Like the bartenders heard it's like a game of telephone with old fashions. Like they heard someone say how to do it once, and then someone else said it, and it was like, "Oh, I heard there's orange in it." They're like, "Oh, so you put an orange in it." And then and then there's cherry, and so they're like, "Oh, so we just dump a bunch of cherry juice in it too." And they just heard someone talk about it once, and they heard someone say put some club soda in it, which I put a tiny splash of club soda in it to muddle my sugar.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for. So they hear, "Oh, so there's club soda. Okay, so it gets filled up to the top
Oh,
with club soda."
oh, that would be bad.
Oh,
That would be.
well, then you see him
god
shaking
awful.
it in a
Ruins the whole
shaker.
thing.
I love that one. If you
Oh
have
my
that,
God,
you order an
shaking
old
it.
fashioned and they're shaking in a shaker.
Oh
I'm
my
like, I don't
God.
want to drink this. I don't know what to do.
It's
Right.
it's
Yeah.
that to me should be the one cocktail that you should know how to make as a bartender.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
none of them know how to make it.
And
Ever.
Kathy, to what you said, maraschino cherries. If that's the only cherry they have at the bar, I'm
Forget
not
it.
old
Yeah.
fashioned.
Maraschino cherries. You're at
I'm
the wrong
good.
bar. You're at the
I'm
wrong
good.
bar. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So
So you could be at an airport bar. We don't know what kind of cherries they have at airport.
they're going to have the maraschino at the
Maraschino.
airport bar. More than likely. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not.
not spending that cash on Luxardos.
The Luxardos. I mean, what is a can of those cost? It's
It's
expensive.
$100.
Yeah.
I
$100
know,
bucks.
because
they're
I
not.
ordered
They're not
them.
spending. They're not spending that.
Well, it's like 90 to 100 bucks for the big can, and it's
Right.
it's like 500 cherries.
Well, yeah, but
But still, that's very expensive.
yeah. I will say this, and by chance, no way was anybody looped in on this because apparently they didn't get their kits. But I spun this around. Apparently, my streak is broken because I just noticed as I was sitting there, world's best cocktails delivered to your door. I broke my streak since '93. I have a cocktail.
93.
And
It was
here's the
92.
problem.
Now
I
it's
bet you
93.
didn't
Now
tip
it's
them anything.
2023.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't give him a
Wow.
tip.
Yeah, I didn't tip that guy. No.
So, as always, I did some research.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
What did you come up with?
Well, what I learned is that rye is more popular than bourbon in the old-fashioned recipe.
As it should be.
Okay.
And in the
Bingo.
1860s, they started adding things like absinthe.
Spritz.
Interesting.
Almost like a sentiment.
So yeah, let's see. What else did I learn? There's some guy that finds the origin story unlikely. Oh, so Louisville, Kentucky claims that it was invented
Sure.
at the Penn Dentist Club
Heard that
Yep.
before.
in honor of
Yeah.
Colonel James E.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah.
But the Waldorf Astoria in New York City also claims that they created it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sure, the
I've heard
Palmer
the
House in
pandemic- I've heard the
Chicago
pandemic
also
was
claims
club
it
the
as well.
Palmer House, of course. They give
Yes,
the brownies
Chicago's
and
there. We got
old
to throw our hat in the ring too.
Sure.
Actually, I created it.
Okay. Perfect.
Little known fact.
Interesting.
That's why I should have got a kit.
So, so there you go. They'll be listening to this. Maybe they'll reach out, Becca. Maybe moving forward, you'll be on the old-fashioned week. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. All right. We're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me looking for the best old fashioned, but after this show, I'm not going to give you my Instagram. It doesn't feel worthy.
Well, maybe that's how they would look you up and find your kit.
Oh, if you're going to send me an old fashioned kit, You can find me at KK Castering.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly.
Yeah.
Well
You don't
done,
put yourself
Kathy,
anonymous
cool.
out there. Yeah, exactly. All right, Tim, how about you?
You can find me waiting to see the next photo shoot of the Elijah Craig 2024 Old Fashioned Week featuring our own Miss Beka Sue, and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Right, Luke.
Yeah, you can find us at on Instagram, Santa Fe Boutique Wines, and Luke Otero on LinkedIn.
Okay, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's. And my email address is Rebecca, that's REBEKAHS Bolton, my maiden name, BOLTON, @gmail.com if you want to send me things.
You have no idea what can of shit you just opened.
You might get yourself an old-fashioned kit, but who knows what else you're getting.
I still would have to give them my address.
Yeah. So maybe they'll reach out. I'm sure they'll listen to this. So they'll listen to the ones.
Yeah, I'm sure they're listening.
Oh, they do. The ones that,
3,000 dick pics on the way.
Oh, God.
Becca,
Oh, shit, the dick pics.
The dick pics are coming.
There you
They
go.
can be sent via email, not just text. So, yeah, you got that coming for you.
Yeah.
Becca,
Son of
you
a
need to
bitch.
let us know what you get sent to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do. That's a whole nother episode.
Most likely nothing. Let's hope just liquor.
Yeah. The warden, we talked about her a lot on the show. She recently told me that she decided to start listening to the end because one time there was as we went to where can people find you, that's when she stopped listening apparently. But there was
Bad
like
idea.
18 minutes to go in the show. She's like, she's like, oh, you got to listen to those. That's where the good stuff happens. I was like, you never know what's going to happen at the end of the show. Don't skip out on this. It's more than just where you can find us sometimes. So
Yeah.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on X, Facebook, Instagram. I can't say that. That's terrible.
I can't.
Just find me on Twitter. I don't know what the X is. So, yeah. So we've got a
Find them on
website.
Pornhub,
Yeah. ABVnetwork.com.
OnlyFans.
Check that thing out. Yeah. OnlyFans. Yeah. And, of course, come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We are online at abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fartins, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Later.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.